What's up? Check out the studio. So this is JMN Studios. I started this project probably in 2020. This is my quarantine COVID project. Let's check out the kit. Right here, we've got the DW Collectors Pure Maple Kit. 9-ply all around. DW Collectors Black Nickel over Brass Snare, that's a 14 by 6.5. Down here, DW 9000 double pedal and the hi-hat stand. Roland SPDSX. Zildjian Ks all around. Obviously, I'm a Zildjian fanboy. You guys haven't realized that by now. I use a variety of different Zildjian cymbals. Hybrids, dries, sweets. I'm a big sweet fan of the crashes. I got the 18, 19, and the 20. All clear audio for my in-ears. These are custom molded in-ears, which are an absolute game changer. I didn't think that they were really that awesome until I got a set, and I'm not going back to the Universals anymore, like ever. Rock and sock hydraulic thrones. You gotta have a good stool for your ass and your back. And the way I play, I need the hydraulicness because I do a lot of bouncing. Yeah, so I don't know, it's a pretty sweet kit. Down here, probably the two most important tools: fans, because it gets really hot in here in the summer, and even in the winter. I sweat my ass off too. I got to plug Clay Ashleman from Polyphia in on this one. He gave me this tour rag to wipe down the kit on. This thing's pretty freaking sweet, hammer touring, so that's cool. Yeah, down here is a stack I made with a couple broken cymbals. It's a 18-inch Oriental China on the bottom and an 18-inch A Custom Crash on the top. That's become a staple to this kit. I need to have at least one stack on my kit. Got the little baby stack over here. I got 2 splashes right here. I love my splashers. 10 and a 9. And then Remo heads. Snare weight for my dampening products. Did I miss anything? Oh, sticks. What do we got here? These are Meinl stick and brush heavy 5As. So they're half an inch longer than a normal stick, and the diameter is between a 5A and a 5B, so it's like right in that sweet spot. But I put tennis wrap grip on my sticks because I kept losing them constantly lately with my sweaty hands and stuff. And since I did that, I don't drop them like at all anymore. And it adds a little bit of durability here with like rim shotting and stuff, because you can see looks like a beaver's been eating those. But they also add a little bit of like a shock absorber too. They kind of add a little bit of padding, so I'm cool with that. But this is the A kit. The B kit is over here. This is a Gretsch Catalina Maple. 10, 12, 14, 16, 22. In matte black, which I wrapped myself with just black poster board from Walmart. It used to be cherry wine red, but it was all beat up and I wanted to remodel it, I guess. Snare shelf. This right here, 14 by 6.5. Ludwig, excuse me, Ludwig Black Magic. So it's like the cheaper alternative to the Black Beauty. Down here, 6.5 by 14 hammered Ludwig Superphonic. Then down there is a 5.5 or a 5 by 14 PDP maple snare. I'm not the biggest fan of that sound though. The finish is cool, but the sound I'm just not a fan of, so it just kind of chills on that snare rack. That snare rack used to be a little bit bigger. I sold some things because I didn't need that many snares at that time. Now I'm starting to wish I didn't sell them because I like snares, but I've mainly been using that DW Collector snare for the past like year or so, just like religiously. Over here, the workstation. Pretty sweet. I made this entire desk myself. This rack with all my equipment in it, I also made myself, so that's cool. The interface I'm using is a Tascam 1608. It's an 8-channel XLR in, and then it has like a plethora of instrument ins and outs and what have you. And I route all that into my MacBook Pro and then run it through Logic as my DAW. Over here, we have Yamaha S80 keyboard for keys, piano, MIDI, whatever. We have an in-house electric, which I don't really expect electric guitarists to use that, but it's there if somebody needs to use it. It's a Squier Strat, so it's pretty much industry standard. It's not crazy good. It's also not super crappy. Over here, we got the house bass, Squier P bass. Again, industry standard. Not crappy, but also not the best. What else? Let's check out over here. My wire wall, which I'm very proud of. It's just a wire wall, but I don't know. I love it. Right here, we got my studio sign I made, which is freaking awesome. I don't know. I love that thing. Up top above it, we have some magazines, Modern Drummer magazines. If you look over here, we also have some more Modern Drummer magazines, kind of little bit more inspiration. I like to keep these things out to kind of keep my roots out of my inspirations of where I want to go with things. Up here is my 13-inch K custom hybrid hi-hats. I love those. But right now I got the 15-inch K Sweets on the kit, so I'm not running those. This is like my vault. This is where I keep the cymbals that I'm not using at the time in storage. They go right there. I got a sweet dry ride down here, which I actually just had on the kit for the longest time, and I just took that off today. Then I got K Custom Dark Crash at the 20-incher. That is a freaking awesome crash, which honestly I don't even know I'm not running that right now. Stacks. These are all broken cymbals that I ended up just turning into stacks. I don't want to throw them out because they can sound good for a stack. I'm sure you guys have seen the couch by now. That freaking couch is so comfortable. I fell asleep on that couch for 4.5 hours the other day. It's like such a crappy couch. It's something like you'd find off the side of the road in college town, but I don't know. Maybe that's a little weird to say, but that couch is comfy. Over here, sticks. We got the new ones and we got the graveyard. The graveyard is also used for arts and crafts. I make keychains out of them after I break them. I cut the tips off and then turn them into keychains. And then a whole bucket of new ones. Gotta have new ones in stock at the ready because I break too many sticks. Did I miss anything? I don't know. Well, if I did, I'll just make another video about it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, this is the room. It's a pretty good sized room. I've had, what have I had? Saxophone in here, keys, couple guitars. I've had 5-6 other guys in here jamming with me at a time before. This room can accommodate a decent size amount of people just jamming to whatever and making whatever music we can. Anyway, this has been JMN Studios tour for 2025. Any questions, just drop them in the comments and I'll answer them. But yeah, this is where most of the videos are recorded. This is actually where all the video. Can we scrap this already? I don't like that. Vinyl sticks. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. I didn't want to play vinyl sticks. All right, I think we should start over. Because it won't make sense looking that way.
Well, I can't get behind
All right, then I won't say that. All right, let me think. Okay, first of all, that was 4 knocks.
Fine.
Yeah, this is the studio, JMN Studios. You can end it, man. You can end it.